Yo,
What do you say?
not much, man. I'm in a food coma.
You are.
Yeah, I'm like ready to fall asleep here. I just had an excellent dinner and I had a glass of wine. I haven't had a drink in like a month, I don't think. Ready to fall asleep.
How was your dinner, right?
It was fantastic. It was excellent.
Where do adults go with children for their birthdays now, for the adult birthdays, for dinner?
My kitchen.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I prepared quite a meal though. We did filet mignon with a little bone marrow butter. I made
wow.
potato gratin and cream spinach with a nice bottle of Pinot. It was beautiful. I'll send you a picture.
Pinot Grigio or Pinot Noir?
Steak, my friend. Pinot Noir.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, I'm sending you a picture of the dinner right now. It was fucking beautiful. There you go. Let me just tweet out that we're live too. Oh man.
Wow.
I am. Yeah, doesn't it look good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fuck around, dude. I was a chef for a long time.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. We are live. All right, there we go. What's new? How's the Navigators?
Well, up until 3 days ago, we were doing great. We've lost. Let's see. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we lost, and we lost the first game of a doubleheader right today. So we lost 4 in a row.
Okay.
And I will tell you this: when you lose 4 in a row and you're not a player, and it's fucking helpless, you feel helpless.
You just want to go play. Like, I can do this.
Go play. We've had a little bit of bad luck. Rain delays, a couple long bus rides. But we're winning, I think, 5-1 in the second game. So, nice. So we're good. We got a good team. We got a couple guys that are banged up right now. They should be back over the weekend. Second half of the season's where it's at. So we got a good team. So we've been pitching great. We lost the first game of the doubleheader today, 1-0.
That's where they at today.
We are at Old Mountain Field in Rhode Island, South Kingston, Rhode Island.
Nice. You guys travel a lot? Was it like Rhode Island to Vermont, basically?
We have teams in all 6 New England states: Maine, Sanford, Maine, Keene, New Hampshire, 2 in Vermont, Montpelier, and Bennington, Vermont, which is the lesser of the 2 trips. Then we have North Adams, Mass, Holyoke, Mass, Martha's Vineyard.
It's a lot of travel. Martha's Vineyard, that's a pain in the ass.
Then
you probably just take the team plane over, right?
No, we take the team plane over the Martha's Vineyard. Yeah,
nice. What's his name? That coaches the Sanford team. Is it Chris? No, not Chris. Fuck, I'm forgetting his name now.
The GM I know, Aaron Isaac.
No, it's the coach, and he coaches at Southern Maine Community College as well. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now, but nice guy. I had a conversation with him last week about recruiting.
Yeah,
I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. It's a weird name, weird last name, anyways. So, how about those Red Sox?
Well, I can't believe that they're hanging on.
Hanging on,
and I told
they're
you
charging.
At the beginning of May, I said, wait till June comes and the tough schedule, and you got to give those fuckers some credit.
They're good. I thought they'd be a few games under 500 at this point. I thought that June was going to eat them up, and they're charging. They're charging into the playoffs.
Well, I don't know if they're charging into the playoffs. They're 5 games over 500, right?
Well, they're in a playoff spot now, and they weren't 3 weeks ago.
Correct. Oh, no. I'm in agreement with you, but there's another 81 games to go.
Correct. They got to make a couple moves, man. I saw Jeff Passan floated out there yesterday, about a month after I did, that Louis Renigfo would be a good target for the Red Sox at the deadline.
Yeah,
That
I
was
saw
one of
that too.
that was one of my targets when we did like the reasonable trade targets that we talked about.
And who was my target?
Yours was like something ridiculous, like something that's never going to happen. Like Trout,
No, well,
wasn't it?
no. The first one was Pete Alonso.
Oh yeah, that's not happening still.
Wow. Yeah, listen,
The Mets are 15-4 this month.
I don't think anything's going to happen because I don't think that they're interested in putting any more money in this team.
I don't think so either. But I also think that there's too many teams that are in the playoff hunt.
Yeah, right.
I mean, the Mets were below 500, and now they're right back in it as well. So, and there's a lot of teams like that. There's a lot of teams that are right in it. I mean, the Rays are improving. Even the Blue Jays were improving until they ran into the buzzsaw that is the Red Sox. There's a lot of teams that are making runs for it. The Yankees are slipping. The Orioles are slipping. The Braves are slipping. All over the place. The top is kind of coming back down to the middle. It's gonna be an interesting next couple months, man.
Well, who else is crept up into the playoff race is the Houston Astros.
Yeah, that's scary.
And
because they'll buy if they have to.
They will buy, and they got plenty of guys to move. So they're going to be a formidable opponent come the trade deadline.
Shit, they're 500 now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they were like 10 games under 500.
So I think they've won 7 or 8 in a row.
8-2 in the last 10, won 7 in a row.
So it's going to be again that's what's great about this game is you get up the next day and you get back at it if you lose, right? And for the Red Sox, it was it's been get up every day and they've been playing good baseball. I will give them credit. They're still terrible on defense. They did not play well defensively the last couple nights, and it showed. And then they even won a game they didn't play well. So, I don't really know what to make of the team. I will say we got a lot of young guys that haven't played 100 games, let alone 162 game season. I think that there'll be some guys fading the second half of the year.
We keep saying that.
Well, yeah, you're going to have a lot of guys hit some massive amounts of innings, inning highs.
Yeah,
Hulk's probably close to it now if he hasn't already.
He's probably already surpassed his career high in innings.
So, and what's crazy is, you could play good right up until the All-Star break, right? And you could have like a 12-game hitting streak or 13 out of the last 14 going into the break. And then that 3-day break just takes the momentum away from a lot of guys.
It takes the wind right out of your sails.
Right?
That's a shit. So he's at 100 innings right now. And his career high. Yeah, he's 3 innings away from his career high, which was last year. So yeah, he's gonna be way past his career high. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting for sure. They need to add a starting pitcher. I didn't like that I guess they kind of had to bring up Chris Martin or whatever, but they optioned Criswell back down to Worcester. So that leaves them with 4 starters on the roster right now, and he can't come back up for like 15 days or something.
Yeah, right. That's that crazy rule, right?
Yeah, I don't like the fact that they're willing to do that and then go with bullpen games when like they're in the race. Like there's no reason to be like not. And of course they had a bullpen day and they were great. Zach Kelly was great and Bernardino was great and Brad Keller tried his best to ruin it, but they still won. I just don't like that they're willing to possibly give away a game every 5 days and put that kind of stress on the bullpen when there's no need to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, Criswell should be up here. He should be starting every 5 days right now until or if they make a move to add a starting pitcher, which they need to do. So I would love to go see him. And I don't know like what like Martin Perez is doing these days, but like someone like that, like go out and get a lefty starter and a veteran who's been there, done that kind of thing, and solidify that rotation for these guys and show them that you give a fuck even a little bit. That'd be nice. What is Martin Perez doing these days?
Is he with the Rangers?
No. I think he's with the Pirates this year. But I actually haven't seen his name popping up at all, so I don't know if he's healthy. Let me see here. Yeah, he's not on the roster right now. So he must be hurt, I'm guessing.
But either way, they need to make a move.
He's on the IL, 15-day IL. Yeah, they need to make a move. I'm just throwing Martin Perez out there. I like that. I like a guy like that. I want a lefty, and I want a guy that's been there, done that, and has proven that he can pitch in Boston.
I have a lefty. I have a name for you.
Who's your name?
Jordan Montgomery.
Yeah, that's a great name. I like that name. Are the Diamondbacks sellers right now?
I think they wouldn't mind getting off that contract. He's done nothing for them.
Yeah, they're 4 games under 500, but they were last year too. At this point, 3 games under 500. I'm sorry, and they were last year at this point too, and they went to the World Series. I can't imagine that they're going to be sellers. Right.
How many games out of the playoffs are they?
I just clicked off that page. 1 second. They are 3 games out of the wild card.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they're in the race. That's the thing. Is like all but 3 teams are in the wild card hunt in the NL, and all but 3 teams, maybe 4 if you count the Blue Jays, are in the wild card hunt in the AL. So there's really not. I mean, you got Garrett Crochet out there.
Yeah, he's going to cost a fortune. So forget him.
Yeah, so he's going to cost a fortune. But I mean, would you be opposed? He's got control. He's got like 2 years of control left, I think.
No, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but the Red Sox will.
Probably would be, but I mean, he's not even expensive. So, and he won't be expensive for a couple more years.
He's going to be expensive to trade for. He's going to cost you a fortune.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to trade an outfielder at some point because there's not room for Rafaela, Duran, Abreu, Anthony, Blyce is coming up. You got
the guy I would trade is Anthony because he's another left-handed bat. They've got to get right-handed.
They do, especially because of their ballpark, and Abreu has proven that he's a major leaguer. He plays defense. He runs the base as well, and he's hitting like 260, 265 with some pop. I mean, he's a major leaguer, and Anthony is not a major leaguer yet. As much as everybody wants to project that he's going to be, Yaz, he is not a major leaguer yet, and he could still be a bust. You never know. So yeah. I don't give a shit about prospects. I really don't. Like, even if they're as good as Anthony, if you can go get Garrett Crochet like straight up for Anthony, like that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean, Crochet's in the Stallion.
Plus you're gonna have Meyer and Teal up at some point. They're both left-handed, so the lineup is going to be left-handed dominant for a while. I think you already got a crowded outfield, right? I would have no problem moving Anthony. I know a lot of guys like him. He's got a lot of talent, but it takes talent to get talent.
I agree. And what about they're probably looking to move Robert too, right?
Luis Robert?
Yeah, he's a righty.
He is a right-handed bat. He cost you a fortune.
Yeah?
Massive amounts of people. Yeah. Well, first, everybody was going to want him, so it'll be a bidding war.
But he's not young anymore. He is. Okay, he's 26.
Oh yeah.
I don't. If you believe he's 26, because he looks like he's 35, and he kind of moves like he's 35 too. He's not
but he mashes.
Yeah, I mean, he's no offense. He's hitting 204 with 8 home runs right now.
Yeah. Well, it's he's with the White Sox.
Yeah, I mean he's only got 100 at bats, but 204 with 8 home runs, and he's probably older than 26. Is he in his walk year too?
No, he's got like 2 or 3 years.
Does he really? Go get him too. Go get him and Crochet for Anthony, and another little package along with Anthony. Go fucking do it, man. That'd be great.
Trade Bello.
Oh, yeah. You'd probably have to. That would stink because you gotta love his arm.
I'd trade Bello tomorrow
For Robert.
for Robert and Crochet.
The only reason I wouldn't trade Bello, so I'd do Anthony for Crochet. The only reason I wouldn't do Anthony and Bello for Crochet and Robert is because I don't think Robert is a great fit right now because you've got O'Neal. So they're kind of redundant. You know what I mean? Unless you're going to move O'Neal. Yeah, you could absolutely move O'Neal and then bring in Robert, and then it kind of makes more sense. I'm going to look up his contract and see where he's at.
Robert?
Yeah.
Can I just call him Robert because Luis Roberts?
Sure, if you want to.
You go get him, man. He's a stud.
So he signed a 6-year, $50 million deal.
It's cheap. He's got 2 or 3 years left after this one.
3. He's got 12 million this year, 15 million next year, and then 2 club options for 20 million a year.
Go get him.
That's a good deal. Yeah. If you could get him for Bello and Anthony with Crochet, and you move O'Neal and then get something back for him, that's a nice move. And you could move O'Neal.
Oh, easy.
There's teams that could use him right now for sure. Like I mentioned Philly a couple times, and now Atlanta could really use O'Neal too.
Right.
With all their injuries, so you could definitely move O'Neal and get something. You know, it wouldn't be for nothing. Yeah, I like that. They got to do something. They cannot just say, "Hey, this team's overperforming. We're happy with it. We're going for 2026." You can't at this point.
No, but it's just that a move like that would make you relevant for the next 3, 4, 5 years.
Exactly. It would make you World Series contenders next year.
Yeah, and I don't know how far you'd be away this year. I mean, you trade O'Neal and you make me pick up somebody else, and I mean, Crochet's going to help.
Yeah, and really the only team that seems kind of like unbeatable right now is Philly. I mean, the Yankees seem very beatable right now. The Braves seem very beatable right now. The Dodgers are beatable right now. There's nobody that's like, oh my God, they're running away with this thing. So, there's no point in making a move. And you saw what Arizona did last year. They snuck into that last wild card spot. You never know. Cleveland has the best record right now in the AL, wild. Which is crazy.
Absolutely wild.
But do they scare you? They don't scare me.
No.
Exactly. They don't scare me in a 7-game series. The Yankees don't have the pitching for a 7-game series right now. Cole looks washed. King of the Heel is coming back down to earth. The Mariners have the pitching. The Mariners rotation scares me a little bit. They don't have any. Their lineup's dog shit though.
When are they going to trade Rodriguez?
They're not going to trade him now. They'd lose their entire fan base if they did that.
He could use. I mean, what's he hitting? 220.
I'll tell you in a second.
I mean, would he come here? Would they trade for him?
I just don't think the Mariners would trade him right now. He's hitting. No, he's up to 252 now.
Oh, okay.
He's only got 7 home runs though. He's only slugging 335. That is like not him. So, and he's only got 16 stolen bases too. He's supposed to be a 5-tool guy, and right now he's kind of a 1-tool guy, and that's his defense.
Right.
So he's not what he was supposed to be. But he's a baby still. He's a child. He's 23.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 4 years younger than Duran.
I know.
That's
MVP.
Yeah.
Mr. MVP.
MVP of the league, possibly.
No.
He's in the conversation right now.
No.
What do you think the DraftKings odds are right now?
I don't know.
I'll tell you. How's that sound? I mean, I can't believe him. I don't think I've ever been so wrong about somebody before. Because I really thought that he's dog shit. and I didn't expect anything out of him at all. Where are we? Game props, game parlays, series props, team futures, awards. Here we go, awards. MVP, American League. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's not even in the top 10.
He's like the 15th ranked vote getter for the All-Star game.
Yeah, but that's bullshit. That's just fans. That's, the Red Sox fans aren't voting like they used to vote because they've lost some interest. That's got nothing to do with actual performance. Jesus Christ. He's plus 15,000 right now. And he's like the 40th best odds in the American League. That's crazy.
Well, he's not really an MVP candidate for the league. I mean, who's going to
come on.
He's not going to beat Judge. Look at Judge. He's got 30 and 75.
Yeah, if Judge stays healthy, though. Judge, he's pulling a muscle every other day. Judge doesn't scare me anymore. Gunnar Henderson's the one that's, and Bobby Witt. Those are the two that can be really hard to beat. And Soto, in my opinion, is better than Judge.
Soto?
And Tucker's running away, too. And he's on fucking fire right now. So, I mean, Seager's still the 8th best odds, and he's not even playing right now.
Yeah.
Jordan Alvarez is not having a good year, and he's right behind Seager. Devers is right behind those guys, and, he's fine.
Well, that's all. But those are all based on expectations of the second half.
Yeah. I mean, these are the odds. So, Jose Altuve's up there. Josh Naylor's up there. I can't believe it. I mean, who's right above Jaren Duran for odds is Alex Verdugo, above Jaren Duran.
Yeah,
and Vlad Guerrero's above him, and Adolis Garcia, who's hitting like 220 with like 4 home runs or something stupid, is above him.
Yeah. So listen,
Christ. No respect.
Say what you want. The wise guys know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they don't get that stuff wrong too often. So, yeah, I mean, he's definitely the team MVP for sure. You nailed that one.
For now, I mean, so you have got another 81 games.
Do you see him slowing down? He's playing with his fucking hair on fire. And once you get that confidence, that's what baseball is all about, is the mindset and the confidence. Once you feel like you can hit anything, you can hit anything.
It's true. It's certainly true.
So, when you go to the plate and everything slows down and the ball looks like a beach ball and you know what's coming and you know what you want to do with it and you can do it. And he's got that going for him right now. And
you hit the nail on the head. The confidence is everything.
Yeah. I mean, he's got it. He's got it in spades right now. I'm I don't know, proud of him or whatever. I'm psyched. I can't believe that he's been this good. I mean, he's got the second best batting average in the last month in Major League Baseball. He's hitting like 400 and he's hitting 429 in the last month, man.
Yeah, he's literally hit everything on the button too. Like everything.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah, even his outs are hard outs, and he must be leading the league in steals, right?
I don't think so.
No. I mean, has he been thrown out yet?
Yeah, I don't think he's thrown as many as you think.
Well, yeah, they went through like a little period there where they put the brakes on him, and they were holding him back because they were worried about injury or whatever. Which you gotta hate that. I don't like the idea of that.
Right.
Stats. Let's go to stats. Where are we here? Regular season hitting, stolen bases. Jesus. He's got less stolen bases than David Hamilton.
Yes.
Holy shit. Yeah, he's got 20. Witt's got 21. Hamilton's got 21. Caballero's got 24. And then 2 National Leaguers, Terang and De La Cruz, have 27, and De La Cruz has 37.
So he's up the top near the top of the American League, though, right?
He's the 4th place, but he's only 3 out of the lead. They're all right there at the top. They're all three stolen bases apart. So, and then my man Rengifo has 20 as well.
How many home runs does Duran have?
Home runs 7.
Yeah, I predicted a 2020 year. He ain't gonna get there.
No, he's not. He's not going to get to 2020.
And there, if he doesn't hit 20 home runs, it's impossible for him to win an MVP.
Yeah. He's only got 37 RBI. He's got 10 fucking
runs?
triples. He's got 10 triples.
I know. How many runs has he scored?
55, which puts him ninth in Major League Baseball. Tied for 9th.
Yeah.
Tied for 8th, rather. Sorry, behind Schwarber, Witt, Jose Ramirez, Judge, Soto, Ohtani, and Gunnar Henderson. So yeah, he's having a great year. I didn't expect. He's hitting 288, 351 on base, 480 slugging. Again, Adolis Garcia's got like a 335 slugging, and who else were we just talking about? Oh, Louis Robert, who's got like a 335 slugging. So, yeah, he's been way more than we expected. So I still question whether or not this is going to be like his career arc. This might be as good as he gets. Because he is a head case. If he goes into a slump, he could go into a slump.
Right.
But so far so good, man. I'm not going to complain or doubt him right now. So it's been fantastic. You know who's missing from all of these leaderboards is Devers. I don't see him anywhere in any of these.
Rafael Devers. Well,
Yeah,
he's been hit hurt early, pitching around him a lot.
Yeah, 16 home runs, 42 RBI. He's hitting 285, 927 OPS. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, he's got
what's his on base?
On base 368. So he's got the 8th best OPS in baseball.
Right. He's how many at bats? He's got less at bats than a lot of guys, though.
256. Yeah, Judge is only 287. Soto's at 287.
Imagine
Harper's
that.
At 286.
30 more at bats than Devers and double the home runs and RBIs.
Yeah, just about. Yeah, Judge is hitting everything. He's hitting 307 too. His OPS is 1.138.
Yeah.
So he's on fire. And Ohtani's ridiculous too. Ohtani's got 25 bombs, hitting 322 with 61 RBI. And 16 stolen bases.
And not the MVP of the league.
No. He's probably the favorite in the NL though, right?
Probably with now the Mookie's hurt, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's by far the favorite in the NL. He's minus 140 and Harper's plus 200.
Well, so and then Harper.
Yeah, I would too. That's safe money. It's a good bet. Ozuna's third at plus 1,500. So really, it's Ohtani and Harper, and then the rest of the league.
That's nice.
Yeah. So yeah, man. And Houck's still up there in the Cy Young conversation, which is again just super surprising. He is.
I got him third.
He's tied for third right now, odds with Garrett Crochet, behind Skubal and Corbin Burns.
Yeah, and Burns is a Burns may end up winning the thing because he's got a really good team. He's going to win a lot of games, and he's let's call it what he is. He's a former Cy Young winner too, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean, he's about as veteran as they come. It's a hell of a sign. It was a hell of a trade.
Yeah, they traded nothing for him. They traded that DL Hall and like some other prospect. Let me see.
And he's a free agent at the end of the year.
Didn't they sign him? Or did they not sign him?
Yeah, did they? Maybe.
You know what? I don't think he's got any. Oh yeah, he's got one Cy Young. He won
22. 21.
Jesus Christ! Why his fucking? Here we go. He won it in 21.
Yeah. He had,
and then
he had a hell of a year.
20 to 23, 6th place, 1st place, 7th place, 8th place. So yeah, he's a good pitcher. I don't know. I thought for some reason they re-signed him. I could be wrong.
Yeah, if you're his agent, you know, you're gonna go into this off season as a free agent, right? I mean,
Yeah, he is a free agent.
You're playing for the best team in baseball right now. Well, best team in the American League, you know, and they're gonna want him back.
I mean, they're a wild card team right now,
which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean the Yankees though, they're not playing well. They just got swept by the Mets.
I know. How far behind are they? Are the Orioles behind the Yankees?
You're asking me stuff here that I don't have in front of me anymore. Hold on a second. 1 game. Yeah, 1 game. So, but they're tied in the loss column. So 52-30 and 50-30.
You know they're going to win the league, the division.
I think so. I think they will. I just think that they've got the pitching for it. But they've dealt with some injuries too. They just lost Bradish for the rest of the year.
So you know what else they have? They have a shitload of guys in the minor leagues that they can trade.
Yep. Yeah, they got a lot of collateral.
Brand new owner
who's not afraid to spend money.
Well,
that guy's he's like Steve Cohen. He's an Orioles fan that has deep pockets. So you gotta love
winning the World Series in your first year's ownership.
Unbelievable. Well, I mean, they didn't win it in the first year, but I mean that's essentially what Henry did. But you know, Henry's not a Red Sox fan. He's not a fan of even baseball, I don't think.
He's a hedge fund manager, and you said about the Red Sox the other last week. We're not in the business of when they're talking about, someone asked about selling the Red Sox. We're not in the business of selling assets.
Yeah, he doesn't want to sell a profitable asset. They're just a profitable asset to him. That sucks. So, I mean, I'm not one of the people that's screaming for him to sell the team. I certainly wouldn't be sad if he did, but you know, you never know when you get an owner that's worse than him, I suppose. But if there was ever a Red Sox fan out there with deep pockets like that, I don't know who it is, but that'd be nice. That'd be nice to have a Rubenstein or a Steve Cohen buy the team.
Well, you had a couple of them. You had Frank McCourt, who ended up buying the Dodgers.
Yeah, he ended up investing. He's one of the minority owners. McCourt and Steve Wynn were in that group, right? That lost out to Henry and Werner.
So, and then you have the other guy who owned Aramark, who just passed away, who owned Suffolk Downs. He just passed away. He was, he's a Harvard guy, East Boston guy. And
but he's not like, none of them have the money that Henry does.
No.
But, or Cohen or Rubenstein.
But no, Cohen and Rubenstein were in a different stratosphere from Henry. But 20 years ago they did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, they could have. They only didn't get the team basically because they wanted to move the team out of Fenway.
Correct.
Right? Yep. That was the whole thing. They wanted to build a new ballpark, and Henry, his whole plan was to refurb Fenway, which they did, I guess. I still fucking hate Fenway Park. I'm all set with Fenway Park.
Fenway is. Well, listen. We've mentioned this before. If you're a Boston Red Sox fan and you've been a Red Sox fan for a long time, you hate Fenway.
It's the worst. And people think it's like, some kind of mecca for baseball. And yeah, it is. It's great. I'm just so like immune to it at this point, I guess. And if you sit there and watch enough games, it's just like, fuck, this place sucks. And you're looking around at other ballparks and the amenities and the food and the parking and the tailgating and the commute and everything. And it's just like, man, that'd be fucking nice. Well, I wouldn't even mind if they built a stadium in Foxborough next to the Patriots.
Bite your tongue.
I'd be fine with that. It's an easier commute.
For 81 games?
It's an easier commute. I'm not going to 81 games.
Right, but the season tickets holders would be.
Yeah.
Where do they all live?
In the suburbs.
But they live and work in the city.
You think so? I don't know. Does anyone even work in the city anymore? The city's like, there's like half the employees in the city now that there used to be.
It's true.
So you go walk around the financial district, you could, take off your pants and walk around and no one even notice.
Yeah. Mrs. J, she did 28 years in the city, and the last 3, I don't think she's been in her office 28 days.
Yeah. I got like meat sweats right now from dinner. I gotta take off my glasses because they're fogging up.
Really?
I'm like literally in a food coma right now.
Good for you. That's a hell of a meal then.
It was fantastic. Yeah,
Mission
it was great.
accomplished.
Absolutely. So, nice glass of wine too. I don't drink anymore at all, and that just like knocked me the fuck out. So, yeah, man. So we get the Royals coming up next week. That'll be fun. I love watching the Royals play baseball.
Well, count me as a fan of
Bobby
Witt. Forget
Oh
it.
my god, he's so much fun to watch.
Fun to watch.
He's a real 5-tool player.
Legit 5-2 player, and you could add a 6th tool to him. Passion.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's got it all. They're very lucky to have him. I'm looking at the schedule here. What I thought the Royals were in town next week. Oh no, it's 2 weeks from now that the Royals are in town. So they're hosting the Padres now, which will be fun with Xander coming back and Tatis in town. And then they go to the Marlins, and then they go to the Yankees. And then they host the A's and the Royals.
They're going to figure out, you're going to know in like 3 weeks. At the All-Star break, you may know very much.
That is the All-Star break.
Yeah, what the team is at the All-Star break.
I mean, they're going to take 2 out of 3 from San Diego. They're going to take 2 out of 3 from the Marlins. Let's assume they take 1 out of 3 from the Yankees.
Shit, they could sweep the Yankees. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, I think they're going to be over 500 in the next 12 games going into the break.
They could sweep the Yankees, or they could get swept.
Yeah. I mean, they took 2 out of 3 last time, right?
They did.
Yeah.
That was home, though. Right? That was home.
Does that make a difference anymore? I mean, our lineup is built for Yankee Stadium.
I think it does in the Red Sox-Yankees rivalry. I think it makes a big difference.
I mean, the Fenway Park was half Yankees fans for that series.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking like, going there it'll be no Red Sox fans.
Oh no, very few. I still see empty seats in that stadium, which is crazy.
Well, they're massively overpriced.
Yeah, those seats behind home plate, they must cost a fortune. They're always empty. That's kind of embarrassing.
But they're all paid for, so they don't really care.
Yeah. They sold like the what do you call those, like rights to the seats or whatever?
PSLs, yeah, the PSLs.
Yeah, they did that for those seats. So good for them.
Listen, so to go back to our original conversation here, I'm concerned with Mr. Brian Bello. I really am. I don't want to be the bear, the Debbie Downer of this whole thing, because they've been playing really well. I mean, they're basically pushing him back like 2 or 3 days. I don't know. I think he hasn't been the same. Like you said last time, he has not been the same since he came off the deal.
Yeah, but his stuff is still there. His velo's there. His spin rate's there. If you look at those things, it seems to me that it's a head thing for him, and that's fixable. And again, it might just be a confidence thing where he got beat up once and he got rattled, and he's still rattled.
Okay, well, if it's a head thing, then trade him now.
I don't think it's a head thing that isn't fixable. I don't think he's like scared of the limelight. I think he needs some confidence right now. Honestly, maybe a couple turns down in Worcester would build his confidence up.
He's never going to Worcester.
No, he's never going to Worcester. But something like that. Maybe the A's, when they're in town next week, give him some confidence. Something like that. You never know.
Or maybe he gives up 7 runs in 2 innings against the A's, and his confidence is shot, and he's on the next Dr. Phil show. I mean,
possibly, or maybe he's a fucking 4th starter, and that's all he is, and that's okay too. It's just we thought he was going to be the ace.
No, I never thought he was going to be the ace.
No, we didn't, but
you and I didn't. Correct.
Yeah, a lot of fans thought he was going to be the ace. He was the opening day starter.
He's mini Pedro.
The next Pedro, exactly. I mean, that's a
come on,
silly fucking comparison. And they thought because he worked out with Pedro this winter or whatever that Pedro, I don't know. They thought maybe Pedro was fucking him in the ass and he was going to like absorb some Pedro or something. I don't know. Because it just doesn't work like that.
Ramon Martinez first.
Yeah, I would love for him to be Ramon Martinez. That'd be great. I mean, if Bello ends up being a 4th starter in the major leagues, it's not a failure. It's just
no. It's not a failure, but it's a failure in Boston because they gave him this contract. I would trade him right now to the Oakland A's or somebody like the Marlins, somebody like that can afford him at that contract for the next 6-7 years and get something in return for him.
No, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Yeah, it's scary though too because he's the one guy, and he had an injury, but he's the one guy that hasn't had a lot of injuries in his career. I mean, Houck has been hurt a lot. Crawford's been hurt a lot. And who else is in the rotation? Pavetta's been hurt a lot. So, that's scary because, you trade him away and then one of those other guys gets hurt and then all of a sudden you've got 2 starters and a bunch of fucking bullpen days. That's a scary prospect.
He's what's his name with the Yankees. Height doesn't measure heart.
he's kind of like Severino a little bit. They thought that
he's more like whatchamacallit, the guy that oh god.
Yeah, you got me fooled here. I don't know who you're talking about.
HDMH. What's his name? The pitcher that the Yankees signed this year. The guy everybody hates. I'm drawing it.
Stroman.
Marcus Stroman. That's who he is.
That's fine.
Stealing.
Yeah. Stroman's a good pitcher.
Okay. If he's on the Red Sox right now, where is he? What is he?
4th starter.
And he's been in the big leagues for 12 years. 10 years.
No, this is like his 7th season, I think, right? Has he been in the league that long? It feels like yesterday he was at Duke.
It feels like yesterday. Yeah, 2014, 13, I umpired his game at the Team USA.
Holy shit, this is his 10th year in the majors.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, I didn't realize that.
That's Brian Bello.
That's okay. I mean, that's considering he's an international signing and he's cheap, whatever. If that's what he is, that's what he is. It's the hype that
don't build the rotation around because
no, you can't build it. I think they figured that out. They can't build a rotation around him. But if you trade him now, and then someone else gets hurt, then all of a sudden you're back to being a last place team. You know what I mean? I wouldn't trade a starting pitcher when you need to add a starting pitcher right now, because you're not gonna, unless you get Crochet, you're not adding a pitcher that's better than Bello.
Right.
So there's no point in trading him unless you're getting Crochet. If you're gonna bring back Crochet, I'm all for it.
Well, I think the sooner they act on Crochet, the better, because everybody is going to be jumping in the deep end on that one real soon.
Yeah, but not everyone has Roman Anthony to give away.
True.
So, I mean, the Orioles do, but I don't think they're going to make a splash like that. I don't think. I guess they could.
Roman Anthony and trade Kyle Teal?
You mean vice versa?
Yeah. Keep Roman Anthony. Trade Kyle Teal.
Yeah. I trade Teal. Yeah, I don't think Teal is going to be a major league catcher. He might be a major league hitter, but I don't think he's going to be a major league catcher. So, and although I mean, they seem to more and more teams don't give a fuck about catching defense, but he isn't there yet. He doesn't handle the staff all that well either. So right. It's one thing not being able to throw or block balls or frame well, but it's another thing too that if your pitching staff doesn't trust you back there, and I think that's where he's at right now. He's got a lot to learn about catching. So yeah, I would trade Teal. I would trade Teal before Anthony, quite frankly.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but I don't think Teal would bring back Crochet.
Really?
No, I don't think so. I think Anthony would. I think his star is kind of brighter right now. I'm kind of down on Teal. I mean, he's hitting the shit out of the ball, but again, I just don't think he's a catcher. And he
doesn't throw anybody out either. No.
I mean, not that anyone really cares about that anymore, but you've seen like Henry Davis, they move him to right field and he's floundering. He can't catch a fly ball, and Then he's struggling at the bat because he doesn't want to be a fucking right fielder, like shit like that. You kind of ruin these catchers too when you try to find another position for him, because it's not as easy as you think it is to just go find another position.
Right. You're not going to put him at first because of Tristan Cassis.
Yeah. So Cassis is going to be back. Of course, he was supposed to come back next week, but he just started baseball activities or just started swinging a bat.
He'll be back after the All-Star break.
You think so? I think he's a little bit further away than they're leading on. That's such a crazy injury for a guy with a swing like his. You can't risk tearing that thing your first week back. They're doing well. Just let him get 100% before he's back.
Well, they said his MRI came back 100% healthy.
Do they say that, or do they say it looked good?
No, 100% healthy. MRI says 100% healed.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll trust the MRI, I guess. I wouldn't take his word for it. That's for sure.
Well, listen, when was the last time you saw or heard a report that a surgery was unsuccessful?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They never say that.
Very few setbacks, right?
Yeah. And the last time I heard that, I think, was Tom Brady when he got the infection in his knee after the surgery. I think it's the last time someone was like, "No, the surgery was fucked."
Right.
So, yeah, I'm looking at the roster here, man. Like, aside from Yoshida, and even Dominic Smith's like overperforming. Romy Gonzalez is overperforming. Valdez stinks.
That's the problem. They are all overperforming.
Yeah.
Second half of the year, I don't see them all continuing to overperform.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. You got to make a move, man. You got Cassis coming back. That's great. I kind of was joking about something on Twitter yesterday, but it seems like the Yankees want to move on from Gleyber Torres. They don't have a first baseman right now.
Right.
Can't you send them Dominic Smith to hold down first base, give him a prospect, and get Torres over here and see if change of scenery helps that kid?
I don't know, man. I watched Gleyber Torres run down to first base the other day, and it was no bueno.
No? I was watching that game tonight. They were getting their dicks kicked in by the
again.
Yeah, they were losing like 5-0. So it's 9-2 right now in the 7th.
Good.
Yeah. That's.
Fuck you, Chris Vitale.
Yeah, exactly. The Blue Jays. We can wrap this up pretty soon, but I think the Blue Jays are gonna make a run at some point here too.
They're the team no one's gonna want to play the second half.
I think so. I
believe you.
Getting swept by the Red Sox was kind of like, had to be a bummer for them, but I don't think they're done. They've got solid starters. They've got a solid lineup. They just gotta, I don't know. Maybe they need to change coaches. I don't know, managers rather. I don't know if that really does anything in baseball, like the manager switch, but they fired the last manager. I'm drawing a blank on who it was right now, but they fired him, and he was doing better than Schneider's doing.
Yeah, Schneider, not my guy.
No, isn't he kind of an asshole? Isn't that kind of his story?
What I've read.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick. He drinks too much, like gets in fights and shit, and like he's kind of a hothead. I think that's the shit I've heard about him. So maybe they need to move on from him to make a run.
Yeah. Well, let them flounder for a little bit longer.
All right, cool.
But, to just real quick.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun second half.
Yeah, it's going to be great, man. I'm glad that I get to enjoy baseball again, because I did not enjoy the first couple months of this season in the last 3 years. And, I seriously, I didn't watch the Red Sox for like 2 weeks. I was literally watching the Yankees. When I said I was like, that's it, I'm on the Yankees bandwagon here, I was being glib, obviously. But I was watching them at the time. They were hot and they were fun to watch. And now they've kind of swapped places because the Yankees are floundering. The Red Sox are on fire. And it's been really, really fun. And I'm enjoying baseball again. It's the first half of the season for a while was just shitty for me. Because I like the Braves and the Red Sox, and neither one of them was fun to watch for a while. So I'm glad I get to enjoy baseball again. I'm not flipping through all the games trying to find a team that I enjoy watching. Like watching the Padres or the Royals because I like watching them. I'm watching the Red Sox again, which is great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm excited. If they can get into the playoffs, you never know. And if they can just make a move, I want a second baseman, I want a starting pitcher, and I want a reliever.
Well, who I mentioned to you in the trade before we go. He's coming to town this weekend.
Yeah, Tatis. I don't think he's on the block. I mean, that's fantastic. I just don't think he's on the block. But that in theory he should be because that team is financially they're fucked.
Yeah, they need a kick in the ass too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if a kick in the ass is trading away your best player. But where are they at? They're they're in second place. They're above 500 now. They're 44 and 41. And
they're in the playoffs.
They were. Are they in the playoffs? Yeah. They're the last team in right now. They're a game and a half over the Mets, who are coming after them fast. But I don't see the Pirates or the Diamondbacks or the Giants making a run. I mean, in theory, they're all still in it. I like that Nutting in Pittsburgh. He had said he's willing to spend money right now to get this team into the playoffs, which is nice.
Well, you think Pittsburgh's gonna let Skeens pitch the whole year? He's going to get shut down September 1. He's going to get shut down
if they're in the race.
They'll start skipping starts. Yeah. He's not. The world today in baseball is a screwed up place.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. So they've got Skeens and Jones, that might be the best 1-2 in baseball right now.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be the best 1-2 baseball in baseball
for a while. Yeah. And then they've got Keller and Bailey Falter, who is he's the 4. I love Bailey Falter on my team. And then they've got 3 injured starters with Perez, Marco Gonzalez, and Quinn Priester. If one of those guys gets healthy, yeah, I wouldn't want to face that team. That's a good looking lineup too.
Well, you still gotta. Those guys don't pitch 9 innings. Unfortunately for them, and they don't hit. They don't hit.
No, their bullpen sucks too.
Yeah, they don't hit, and their bullpen stinks.
Yeah, their bullpen is giving away a lot of wins for Skeens and Jones. That kills me when I see them on the hill and I place a bet, like a money line bet, and they're like winning 3-2 after 7, and they fucking lose like 6-4 or something.
Right?
Like, come on, what are we doing here? They don't have one name aside from Chapman in the bullpen, and Chapman stinks too.
Chapman's over the hill.
Yeah, but he's their best reliever, and it's like not even close.
Right.
So and Bednar's hurt. So yeah, that team's good. They stink. All right, man. Well, we got to go watch the 2 fucking octogenarians scream at each other for a little while here.
Listen, the 4th of July is next Thursday. Do we want to move this to Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah, let's do that. You want to do this again in like 4 or 5 days?
Yeah, let's look at maybe Monday night even. I don't know.
I'll do it.
The weekend. Let's
That's
look
fine.
at the schedule, and we'll look at your schedule. I'll look at mine, and we'll figure it out tomorrow.
All right, and then the week after that, we could do Thursday, but I got someone coming on that's a Royals person, and the Royals coming to town that Friday. So I was thinking that Friday night would be good.
Oh, beautiful.
I think it's the 12th.
Okay.
You'll like the guest.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah. It's a female.
Do I have to call my buddy George and see if he'll come on too?
Which buddy, George?
George Brad.
Oh yeah. Give him a buzz. See if he'll come on. No. This is a Royals personality.
Okay.
On Twitter, and she's fun. She's a hot shit. So I think you'll like her, and she'll add something to the podcast here.
Good.
So all right. So if you can do that Friday, we can do that.
The 12th.
The 12th.
I think I can.
All right. Cool. Let's play it on Monday night, man.
Okay.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Enjoy the debate.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna enjoy the debate.
All right. See ya.
See you later. Bye.